Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making Nigerian smoky patty jollof rice. Now let's get to it. So I'm going to prepare the ingredients. I'm using spring onion, red onion, ginger, garlic, red bell pepper, and scotch bonnet pepper. You can also use fresh tomato at this point, but I don't like too much tomato, so I try to stick to just the tomato puree. So I'll start by adding vegetable oil to the pot. I'm using a stainless steel pot because the jollof rice needs to burn. That's what gives it a smoky taste. If it doesn't burn, then you won't get a smoky taste. So a non-stick pot is not very good for jollof rice. You need to use a pot that can burn. So I'm adding the onions. I'm going to fry the onions for about 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, I'll add the tomato puree. So now I'm going to add the tomato puree. The tomato puree needs to be fried at least for about 10 minutes until it's slightly darker. And you can see that it has fried. So I'm stirring it continuously because if I don't stir it, it's gonna burn. And if it burns from now, the jollof rice is gonna burn too much. So that's why I'm stirring it continuously so that it doesn't start burning from this stage. So now that the tomato puree is fried, I'm gonna add the blended peppers, the bell pepper and the scotch bonnet pepper that I blended earlier with the garlic and ginger. Then I'm adding the seasoning. That's bay leaf. Bay leaf is one of the important ingredients in jollof rice. And then about a teaspoon of thyme, some salt, and seasoning cubes. Some curry powder, and the flavor enhancer, that's MSG. And that's beef stock. So this beef stock is very important. You can use chicken stock, beef stock, but this stock is very important. So now I'm adding the washed rice. You don't need to parboil the rice. You can just wash the rice and add it directly to the sauce. So that's what I've done, and just stirring it so that everything can cook evenly. So now I'm covering it with thin foil, because the jollof rice the rice just needs to cook on a low heat. It's more like steaming it, not really cooking it on high heat, because if it's cooked on high heat, it's going to burn. It's gonna burn a lot, so it's gonna be on very low heat, and then what is going to cook it is the heat. And then I need to occasionally stir it so that it doesn't burn, and also so that the rice can cook evenly. The jollof rice is still gonna burn because it's not possible for it not to burn. That's also what gives it the smoky taste. But it's good to stir it occasionally so that the rice can cook evenly, and also the rice doesn't start burning too early. It needs to cook before it begins to burn. So I'm just going to keep coming occasionally to check on it and stir it, make sure everything is cooking evenly until the rice is done. So this is halfway through the cooking, and it's not cooked yet, but it's almost there. So I'm just stirring it so that I can make sure that everything is cooking well. So at this point it's almost done. It's still moist, so it's this moisture and the heat from the covering it up that will cook the rice, not really putting it on high heat and cooking it. You just need to like steam the rice. So it's done now. It's done now. So what I do is when it is almost done and I see that the rice has cooked, everything is evenly done, I cover it up for another 2 minutes and then put it on high heat. Just turn up the heat a little bit so that so that it can burn and that smoky smell can get into the rice. And I keep it covered for about 5 to 10 minutes to make sure that the smokiness gets into the rice, and then that's it. So now I'm gonna be making the sauce for the beef.